I want to talk about altars today and creating an altar. And your altar can be anything that you want. And I'm going to show in a second here my altar so you can get an idea. So your altar can be it's an area in your home, in your bedroom, wherever you want. It could be in your kitchen. It could be just a countertop. Your altar is where you put all of your things that help you in your practice. And to me, I look at an altar as a space where I honor um, the practice. I honor the spirits. I honor the ancestors. I honor um, the craft itself. I have my book of my book of spells, my grimoire, my where I write down certain practices that I do and certain rituals that I like to do, the herbs that I like to work with, um, things that have helped me in my journey, practicing and deepening my spiritual practice. That's part of what my altar is, and everybody's altar is different. And you can do things like honor the seasons, change your altar as the seasons go. When you're calling out certain gods and goddesses that you want to work with, you want to have things that honor those gods and goddesses on your altar. Your altar can have your favorite crystals that you work with, can have herbs and spells and candles and statues and anything that you find sacred. You're walking through, nature, and there's a rock that speaks to you, and you decide that that rock wants to go home with you for a reason, and you can put it on your altar. Feathers that you find, there's people that, ask the spirit of the bird if they find a feather, if it's okay that they take the feather, right? It depends on your practice. Altars are very sacred, and I change up mine a lot depending on, usually I find that I usually change it with the seasons. It seems to be the natural rhythm of the way that my altar changes. And I'll give you a little glimpse of what it could look like. Like I said, everybody's is different. It's a personal space for you, and to me, it's just honoring the spiritual work that I'm doing. And that's how I like to use my altar. There's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way to do it. It's just whatever works for you. But I'm going to show you what mine looks like so that you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll show you right now. So this is my altar. And you'll see this is my grimoire, my book of shadows, or my book of spells, whatever you want to call it. That's my sister who passed away, and her ashes are in that heart, and I honor her on my altar. And you can see here in this little cabinet, I have lots of candles and herbs and things that I work with, and I have bells, and I have packages of herbs and feathers and things that I find that I like to work with. And this is just an example of my altar. Now it's on a little bookshelf. this little feather lamp that I just absolutely love. I've had forever. But if you see, it's on my bookshelf where my printer is, and special books, art books, and my cards, and all the things that I love. And this is my sacred space right here. And it is infused with the energy of working the magic that I like to work. And so that is why I am giving you a glimpse of my altar. All right, so I hope that whoever's watching this will think about how they want to create their own altar and honor, your spiritual work. Put whatever it is that you want there. There's no right or wrong. You can do it any way you want. All right, everybody. I'll see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye. One more thing I wanted to say about altars. I know somebody who doesn't have a lot of space, and she made a shelf in her bathroom. It's kind of like a bathroom connected to her little closet that she has, and she has one little shelf that she attributes as her altar, and that is how she utilizes the space. So I was just thinking about it after I just showed you just saw an example of what my altar looks like, how it could be anything that you want. It doesn't have to be this elaborate um, thing. Like, we think that it has to have, like, all of this. You have to have all of this stuff, all of this, space set aside. You really don't. All you need is to create a little area for yourself where you honor your practice, and that is your altar. Okay. Anyway, just thought I would share that. See you guys next time. Bye.